The function begins with a song titled Maitrim Bhajata. This Maitrim Bhajata song was composed by the great Kanchi Maha Swamiji, and this song was sung by Bharat Ratna M.S. Subbalakshmi at the United Nations on the UN Day about 55 years back. And this highlights the importance of universal friendship, Maitrim Bhajata. I request Ganesha Sharmaji to sing the great song and start the function. Namaskar.
Namo Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Maitrim Bhajata Akila Hrijetri. Maitrim Bhajata Akila Hrijetri. Atmavadeva Paranapi Pashyata. Atmavadeva Paranapi Pashyata. Yuddham Tyajata Spardham Tyajata. Tyajata Pareshva Kramamakramanam. Tyajata Pareshva Kramamakramanam. Maitrim Bhajata Akila Hrijetri. Janani Prithvi Kamadukaste. Janani Prithvi Kamadukaste. Janako Devaha Sakala Dayaluho. Janako Devaha Sakala Dayaluho. Dhamyata Dhatta Dayatvam Janata. Dhamyata Dhatta Dayatvam Janata. Shreyo Bhuyat Sakala Jananam. 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 Namo Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
A wonderful song. It says, Shreyo Bhuyat Sakala Jananam. Let all people all over the world, let all of them be happy and attain peace and happiness. That is the universal prayer of Maha Periyava. It is relevant eternally. Thank you, Ganesh Sharma ji, for a soulful rendition of this magnificent song, Maitrim Bhajata. I now request our guest present here, Professor Tyagarajan, Professor Devi Prasad, and our trustees, Sethuram Iyer, to light the lamp and mark the inauguration of this function. Please. Thank you, Mr. and Mr. Sethuram Iyer. Now, Professor Tyagarajan is lighting the lamp. Thank you, sir. Professor Devi Prasad is lighting the lamp now. Professor Guru Prasad is lighting the lamp. My turn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The program continues with Swasti Vachanam, Guru Vandanam, to salute the Jagat Gurus of Kanchi. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Maha Tripura Sundari Sameta, Shri Chandra Maulishwaraya Namaha, Shri Kanchi Kamakoti, Pitadhipati Jagat Guru, Shri Shankaracharya Shri Charanayoho, Pranamaha. स्वस्ति श्रीमदखिल भूमंडलालंकार त्रयस्त्रिंशत् कोटि देवता सेवित श्री कामाक्षी देवी सनाथ श्रीमदेकाम्रनाथ श्री महादेवी सनाथ श्री हस्तगिरिनाथ साक्षात्कार परमाधिष्ठान सत्यव्रत नामांकित कांचीलिव्य क्षेत्रे शारदा मठ सुस्थितानां अतुलित सुधार समाधुर्य कमलासन कामिनी धम्मिल्ल संभुल्ल मल्लिका मालिका निष्यन्द मकरंद झरी सौवस्तिक वांग्निगुंभ विजृंभणानंद तुंदिलित मनीषि मंडलानां अनवरताद्वैत विद्या विनोद रसिकानां निरंतरालंकृतीकृत शांतिदान्ति भूम्नां सकल भुवन चक्र प्रतिष्ठापक श्री चक्र प्रतिष्ठा विख्यात यशोलंकृतानां निखिल पाषंड षण्डकण्डकोद्घाटनेन विशदीकृत वेद वेदांत मार्ग षण्मत प्रतिष्ठापकाचार्याणां श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य श्री जगद्गुरु श्रीमत् शंकर भगवत्पादाचार्याणां अधिष्ठाने सिंहासनाभिषिक्त श्रीमत् चंद्रशेखरेन्द्र सरस्वती श्रीपादानां अन्तेवासि वर्य श्रीमत् जयेन्द्र सरस्वती श्रीपादानां तदन्ते वासिवर्य श्रीमत् शंकर विजयेन्द्र सरस्वती श्रीपादानां च चरणनलिनयोः सप्रश्रयं साञ्जलिबन्धं च नमस्कुर्मः. Salutations to the holy feet of the Acharyas. Thank you. I am Lakshmi Narayanan, Managing Trustee of Tapas Trust. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you on behalf of Mylai, Maha, Periyava, Anusham Trust and Tapas Trust for the inauguration of the Digital Samskrit Basics to Class 12 program today. I have great pleasure in welcoming the guests for today's program, guests present online and those physically present as well. Dr. C.B. Sharma, professor at IGNOU, and who was the ex-chairman of National Institute of Open Schooling. Maha Mahopadhyaya Brahmashri Gopalakrishna Shastrihal, who is an adhyakshar in many forums, advisor in Central Samskrit University. Professor R. Tyagarajan, retired head of the department, Presidency College, Chennai. Dr. Devi Prasad, principal, retired, Madras Samskrit College, Chennai. Shri R. Guru Prasad, professor at Vivekananda College, Chennai. And all the great souls present here physically and also online. Tapas Trust has been running Veda Pathashalas all over the country. More than 300 students have learned Vedas from the Pathashalas run by Tapas Trust. Tapas Trust has set up a higher center for higher Vedic learning at Kodambakam, Chennai with 8 students in January 2021 and is run successfully. Tapas Trust has launched digital education for classes 1 to 12 in March 2020, and we had the benefit of the inauguration by Dr. C.B. Sharma last year, and this is going on really well in 9 states, benefiting more than 1,200 students. Mylai, Maha, Periyava, Anusham Trust has been conducting Anusham Pujas, Veda Parayanam for more than 7 years and has embarked upon the initiative to construct a grand temple for Kanchi Maha Swamiji at Mylapur, right at this place. Mylai is equated to Kailai. Those who cannot travel to Kailai, they travel to Mylai and obtain the grace of Lord Shiva. So Mylai is a great place. This venue is right opposite to the Kapalishwar temple at Mylapore. This is a place where a grand temple for Maha Swamiji and a grand cultural center to provide education for all humanity is going to be set up, is being set up by this wonderful institution, Mylai Maha Periyava Anusham Trust. We had the Maitrim Bhajata song on Maha, composed by Maha Swamiji, was rendered soulfully in a very divine manner by the managing trustee of this Mylai Maha Periyava Anusham Trust, Brahmashri Ganesha Sharma. Brahmashri Ganesh Sharma has been a speaker about Maha Periyava and his teachings for more than 20 years, and he is the voice of Maha Periyava today. Digital Sanskrit program that is being launched today is part of the larger program titled 5-Star RSM, which was designed by Tapas Trust, that delivers education for classes 1 to 10, condensed in 5 years. The 5-Star RSM program has two components: production of 2,500 hours of teaching videos and running the digital schools for poor children. Phase 1 of this program has been launched in 9 states, benefiting more than 1,200 students, currently going on a part-time basis. Full-time schools are being planned in June this year. The plan is to partner with NGOs locally in rural North India and set up schools. Our objective is to do as much as we can. A command center has been set up at Mylapore, which is about 100 meters from this location. Today's milestone marks the completion of 150 hours of Sanskrit basics for classes 6 to 12, which has been recorded and digitally available for Sanskrit lovers and students. This program is simplified and helps the learner with lots of exercises and examples. The production team comprises of myself. I have been responsible for designing this program. L. Boneshwari, my daughter, has delivered the 150 hours of classes, which are right from the basics, Aksharabhyasam, to the grammar, which is relevant for classes 10 and 12, meeting the requirements of the National Institute of Open Schooling curriculum, as well as the CBSE education curriculum. Technology support for this program has been provided by L. Srinivasan, and the team has been guided by Professor Guru Prasad, who has been the guide and who has taught us the basics of Samskritam. The contents in brief, like about 1,600 nouns, 133 dhatu roots, all aspects of grammar, right from sandhi, samasa, upasargas, pratyayas, kartari, karmani, bhave, prayogas. And we have exercises in terms of numbers, about 30,000 pairs of sentences. When I say pairs of sentences, Samskritam is being taught through Hindi, so that the students who are basically from the Hindi belt will find it comfortable and find it easier to understand and appreciate Samskritam. So medium of instruction is both Hindi and English combined, and covers the portions for CBSE as well as NIOS for classes 10 and classes 12. The program will be made available next week through our website and will be available to all humanity without any barrier in terms of caste, creed, gender, nationality, and is being made available as a service to the humanity, free of cost. Interested persons will be given credentials to access our course. I want to thank the speakers for today, our chief guest, Dr. C.B. Sharma, Brahmashri Mahamahopodhyaya Brahmashri Gopalakrishna Sastri, Dr. Tyagarajan, Dr. Devi Prasad Sharma, Dr. Ravi and V. Santanam, regional directors of NIOS Chennai. Dr. Ravi recently retired and Shri V. Santanam is the current regional director, and all the Samskritam lovers for joining us today. Before I hand over the proceedings to L. Bhuvaneshwari for walking us all through this digital course, I want to thank Professor C.B. Sharma for his contributions to the Sanskrit and Vedic community. I mean, he, a man of innumerable accomplishments. Notably, his contribution to the Sanskrit and Vedic community against all opposition. He is the one who introduced the Bharatiya Gyan Parampara course when he headed National Institute of Open Schooling. And this course is made available in Sanskrit medium. That's a very, very rare thing. Many people talk about it. There's only one person who has implemented it, and that is C.B. Sharmaji. This course is a boon for the Vedic students since the subjects are related to the Vedic program which they are following, and the medium of instruction is in Samskritam. Vedadhyayan, Vyakaranam, Sahityam, Bharata Darshanam, and Sanskrit language are the 5 subjects which are part of this Bharatiya Gyan Parampara course. Our institution, Tapas Trust, has been accredited by National Institute of Open Schooling for secondary and senior secondary for the Bharatiya Gyan Parampara course, and 11 students have cleared their secondary and senior secondary examinations in March 2021, and 5 of them will be receiving the certificates right now. I mean, end of the program, they will be receiving it today as part of today's function. It is said that a casual word of great men takes effect. Sadbhistu Lilaya Proktam Shilalihitam Aksharam. What to say when they really bless from the bottom of their hearts? I seek the blessings of the great persons who have joined us today online as well as physically, and who are blessing us from various corners of this world, and the Pitras and the gods present everywhere. With these words, I welcome the great personalities once again and hand over the proceedings to Bhuvaneshwari to give us a quick walkthrough. She will spend about 3 minutes to give a walkthrough of our program. And there will be 11-minute sample, a video, her sample videos for 11 minutes, post which we will listen to the great speakers, Professor C.B. Sharma, and followed by the other great speakers. Namaste, Jai Hind. Over to Bhuvaneshwar.
Namaskaram. My namaskarams to all present, to all the dignitaries present, to all the viewers. I am Bhuvaneshwari, daughter of Shri S. Lakshminarayanan and Shri Vidyaramani. I'm very, very glad and happy to be a part of the digital program Samskritam from basics to class 12. A small gist into why this endeavor of ours. Samskritam is undoubtedly the mother of all languages. It is astoundingly scientific and very structured in nature. Knowledge of Samskritam is absolutely vital to understand and comprehend various ancient texts, Vedas, Puranas, Kavyas, Shastras, etc., all of which are in Samskritam. Samskritam itself is a reservoir of knowledge of various branches of education today the world knows and perhaps yet to decode. But sadly, very few take the effort to learn this magnificent language. Is it because of the misinterpretation of verse 1 of Adi Shankaracharya's Bhaja Govindam? In the first verse, he says 2 things. Chant Govinda's name, Bhaja Govindam. And number 2, he criticizes the memorization of Samskrita Vyakaranam. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karani. But a deep thought into this helps us realize that the very memorization of Samskrita Vyakarana that he criticizes is absolutely pivotal to understand Bhaja Govindam itself. So here, Adi Shankaracharya exhorts us to go to the next level, application of the learned knowledge on a day-to-day basis rather than just accumulating the information. Samskritam should be learned, the various texts be understood, and the values advised be practiced. I would be failing in my duty if I miss to introduce one Kural, Tirukural from the Tamil saint poet and Mylai being his very birthplace. Karka Kasadara Karpavai, katrapin nirka adarkataha. So he says that learn what is to be learned and then abide by them, practice them, put them to practice in daily lives. So on that note, we have created these videos for all the Samskritam lovers. And I thank my father for giving this opportunity and my Guru, Shri R. Guru Prasad, for eternally guiding me, always being my Margdarshak, and all the professors present here for this inauguration, and Dr. C.B. Sharma for having graced this occasion, and all the viewers here. And I would really like to now introduce you and show a short glimpse of our sample videos. Thank you. Namaste.
हिरण डियर, हिरण डियर। मृगः देखा था। एक और शब्द है डियर के लिए, हरिणः, हरिणः डियर हरिणः। शेर लायन, सिंहः, लायन सिंहः। न्या, न्या क्रयादि परस्मैपदी। जानाति, नो KNOW, नो जानाति। ज्ञा क्रियादि परस्मैपदी। जानाति, नो KNOW, नो। ज्ञा क्रियादि परस्मैपदी। ग्रह और क्री दोनों आत्मने उभयपदी थे। ज्ञा परस्मैपदी। परस्मैपदी और आत्मनेपदी में जो डिफरेंशिएशन है वो आप जानते ही है ना। हाँ, अगर काम अपने लिए किया जाए वो आत्मनेपदी, औरों के लिए किया जाए वह परस्मैपदी। जानाति, नो KNOW। तो देखिए आकारांत स्त्रीलिंगः रमा शब्दः। स्त्रीलिंग शुरू करेंगे, अजंत और आ एंडिंग स्त्रीलिंग वर्ड। ओके, तो चलिए। रमा, रमे, रमाः, दो बार। रमाम, रमे, रमाः। रमया, रमाभ्याम, रमाभिः। नमस्ते, शुरू करते हैं। धातु रूप सिच धातु। बोलिए, धातु का नाम बताइए। सिच तुदादि गण में आता है। ये धातु तुदादि गण में आती है और परस्मैपदी रूप को देखने वाले हैं। सिच का अर्थ क्या है? टू स्प्रिंकल, छिड़कना। टू स्प्रिंकल, छिड़कना। सिंचति, सिंचतः, सिंचन्ति। सिंचसि, सिंचथः, सिंचथ। सिंचामि, सिंचावः, सिंचामः। सिंचति, सिंचतः, सिंचन्ति। सिंचसि, सिंचथः, सिंचथ। सिंचामि, सिंचावः, सिंचामः। नमस्ते, आइए इस क्लास में हम शुरू करते हैं व्यंजन संधि। एक व्यंजन और एक स्वर या फिर एक व्यंजन के योग से जो परिवर्तन होता है उसको हम व्यंजन संधि ही कहते हैं। तो आवश्यक नहीं कि व्यंजन संधि में व्यंजन और व्यंजन, पूर्व वर्ण और परवर्ण दोनों व्यंजन ही हो, ऐसी कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। हल संधि, व्यंजन संधि या फिर हल संधि। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वाक् प्लस ईशः वागीशः, अच् प्लस अन्तः अजन्तः प्लस एकत्वम, कृष्ण प्लस एकत्वम, अ के बाद ए तो आंसर आई में आ जाता है ना, कृष्णैकत्वम। तो ये कौन सी संधि है? वृद्धि संधि ही। सुपर, अमेजिंग। श्री प्लस ईशः, ई और ई, दीर्घ संधि ही श्रीशः। मधु प्लस अरिहि, उ के बाद अ तो मध्वरिहि। ये कौन सी संधि है? यण संधि ही। मधु प्लस अरिहि मध्वरिहि। जैसे इति प्लस आदि इत्यादि, ई के स्थान में हम क्या डालते हैं? य डाल देते हैं। ही हम उ के स्थान में क्या डालते हैं? इव डालते हैं। तो म इध्र इव, मध्व प्लस अरिहि मध्वरिहि, स्वर संधि ही, यण संधि ही। फिफ्थ वन, सह साकम समम सार्धम। जब ये चार शब्द आएंगे ना तो तृतीय विभक्ति ही आएगी। सह के लिए हमने देख लिया है ना, रामेण सह सीता गच्छति, ये हम जानते हैं। रामेण सह किसके साथ सीता जाती है? राम के साथ सीता जाती है। रामेण सह, तो सह जब होगा तो इससे संबंधित शब्द तृतीय विभक्ति में ही होगा। तो रामेण करेक्ट, रामेण सह सीता गच्छति। अब साकम, पित्रा, पित्रा साकम बालकः गच्छति। अब पित्रा क्या है? आप ये सोच रहे होंगे है ना, पितृ शब्द का तृतीय विभक्ति एक वचनम है पित्रा। कुतः मतलब टू, कहां से भी और क्यों भी। सत्यभामा कुतः आगच्छति, सत्यभामा कहां से आती है, और दूसरा अर्थ है सत्यभामा क्यों आती है। कुतः के दो अर्थ हैं, पहले भी हमने देख लिया। कौन से वाक्य के साथ देखा? गंगा कुतः उद्भवती, है ना। तो कुतः मतलब कहां से भी एक अर्थ है, क्यों भी एक अर्थ है। किमर्थम मतलब क्यों, कुतः का भी एक अर्थ है, वो है वही क्यों और कहां से। तो सत्यभामा कुतः आगच्छति, तो ये कुतः कहां से को बोध कर रहा है, कहां से को बोधित करता है या फिर क्यों को बोधित करता है, ये संदर्भ पे ही निर्भर है। तो सत्यभामा कहां से आती है एक अर्थ, सत्यभामा क्यों आती है, क्यों आती है दूसरा अर्थ। कति कितने, कति कितने, तत्र कति वृक्षाः सन्ति, वहां पर कितने पेड़ हैं, वहां पर कितने पेड़ हैं। कति मतलब कितने, कति मतलब कितने, कति 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 कितने। तो आसानी से याद रख सकते हैं, कति का है त है, कितने में भी क है त है। कति कितने, वहां पर कितने पेड़ हैं। तत्र, वहां मतलब देखिए तत्र, कितने कति पेड़ वृक्षाः हैं सन्ति। सः पुस्तकानि अंकयति, सः पुस्तकानि 1 2 3 4 5 अंकयति, सः पुस्तकानि अंकयति। अर्थ क्या है इसका? वह किताबें गिनता है। सः वने अटति, सः वने अटति, अट टू रोम, अट धातु का अर्थ क्या है? टू रोम। सह ही वने, वन में अटती ही, पर ऐसा हमें नहीं कहना है। हिंदी और संस्कृत भाषा को इस तरह मिक्स नहीं करना चाहिए। सह वने अटति, वह वन में इधर उधर वन में भ्रमण करता है। कह पुस्तकानि अंकयति, कौ पुस्तकानि अंकयतः, कह पुस्तकानि अंकयति, कौ पुस्तकानि अंकयतः। आंसर, तौ पुस्तकानि अंकयतः, सह तौ ते। याद आ रहा है? सह एक वचन के लिए, तौ द्विवचन के लिए। रामौ पुस्तकानि अंकयतः, याद कीजिए, रामः रामौ, रामाः रामौ द्विवचनम। प्लूरल, ते ईश्वरम अर्चन्ति, ये तो हम जानते हैं, ते ईश्वरम अर्चन्ति, ते प्लूरल, अर्चन्ति ऑल्सो प्लूरल। अब इसका तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन क्या है? ये भी बहुवचन में है, तो तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन में से बदल डालिए, तैहि, तेन ताभ्याम तैहि, तेन ताभ्याम तैहि। तैहि ईश्वरम तो ईश्वरः में बदल जाता है। द्वितीया में है, ये प्रथमा विभक्ति में बदल डालिए। ये द्वितीया सिंगुलर में है, द्वितीया एक वचन में, इसे भी प्रथमा एक वचन में डालना है। तैहि ईश्वरः अर्च्यते, बदला है क्या? अर्च्यते नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि ईश्वर तो वही रहा है। नेक्स्ट वन, अब ईश्वरम में बदलाव लाएंगे हम। सह ईश्वरौ अर्चति, सो दिस इज बेसिकली आवर ऑब्जेक्ट, दिस इज द ऑब्जेक्ट। ईश्वरम ईश्वरौ ईश्वरान, दिस इज द द्वितीया विभक्ति डुअल फॉर्म। ओके, तो आप क्या करेंगे? सह के लिए तेन, सह बन जाएगा तेन। अब ईश्वरौ द्वितीया विभक्ति द्विवचन, अब आपको क्या करना है? प्रथमा विभक्ति द्विवचन में बदल डालिए। प्रथमा विभक्ति द्विवचन भी इसके लिए सेम है, ईश्वरौ, रामः रामौ रामाः, रामम रामौ रामान, तो रामौ रामौ सेम है। अर्च्येते, अब आ गया ना बदलाव, तैहि ईश्वरः अर्च्यते, तेन ईश्वरौ अर्च्येते, क्योंकि इधर ईश्वरौ टू में है, तो अर्च्येते, अर्च्येते।
Thank you. Thank you, Bhuvneshwari, for this. I now request our chief guest, Professor C.B. Sharma, to deliver his presidential address. He is an international speaker and we should love to listen to him. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi Narayan ji. I'm so very grateful to Tapas Trust, the Anushthan Trust, Bhuvneshwari, who has done a great job. I mean, the function belongs to Bhuvneshwari. I had seen her many years, much younger, and she now looks like an expert, a grown-up expert, and an expert in her own rights. Thank you very much for inviting me on this very important occasion of digital Samskritam program. You're launching this program, and at a very appropriate time. I hope the audio is okay. Oh yeah, at a very appropriate time. We have just passed through the pandemic, and online education is the talk of the town. It's the new normal. So to launch this program at this point is very important, and especially for Sanskrit. So much work has been done on Sanskrit outside India, and this is because the world realized the importance of Sanskrit. It is our corpus of knowledge. It is our creation. It is our gift to the world. But deliberately, this was put on the back burner because those who were planning education for India knew that if Indians or Bharatiya keep maintaining this language and working in this language, they will rule the world. Read Macaulay's minutes. His major problem was with Sanskrit. Because Sanskrit is the language which has all the knowledge that this land created and preserved. I'm not really a scholar of Sanskrit, but as a linguist, I know how this language has served various languages of the world. Every language which decides to write its grammar refers to Panini and Ashtadhyayi. There is still a better grammar to be written than Ashtadhyayi. But we forgot it. Lakshmi Narayan ji just mentioned, I had the great opportunity with the grace of God to chair the National Institute of Open Schooling, and it was because I had never worked intricately with the school education to find out that those who study Sanskrit are not even recognized in this country. Those who study in Ved Vidyalayas, the Pathshalas, devote their lifetime studying Sanskrit, practicing Sanskrit, but their learning is not even recognized, not even acknowledged. It came as a shock to me. I every time say I'm not a knower of language Sanskrit. I don't know Sanskrit. I've never read it as a subject, but then I'm emotional about Sanskrit. Every Hindu, every Bharatiya is emotional about Sanskrit. Then how did it happen for so many centuries? And we have not undone it. But God gave me that opportunity. Lakshmi Narayan ji mentioned, I don't think I might have been instrumental, but it was Mahadev's इच्छा कि वो हमको ये अधिकार दिए, ये काम दिए कि आप ही ये करेंगे. तो मेरा जो सौभाग्य रहा, हमने ऐसा किया. क्या किया हमने? See, there are millions of students in the country who study Sanskrit. They are not even given scholarship. They are not even given support, and at the end of their education, their certificate, their diploma, their degree is not even recognized. I visited many Ved Vidyalaya. I went to Patanjali, I went to Belur Math, I went to Sandeepni, and it came to my mind, if we can have a 10th pass in science, 11th, 12th pass in commerce and arts, why not in Bharatiya Parampara? Bharatiya Parampara would mean a knower of science, arts, commerce, all the three. Here, anybody who will be 12th pass, जिसको हम 12th कहेंगे पास भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा में, वो साइंस स्ट्रीम, आर्ट्स स्ट्रीम, कॉमर्स स्ट्रीम का नहीं होगा, वो तीनों का होगा, क्योंकि हमारी परंपरा में ये सब समाहित है, ये सब उसके अंदर है. We had great challenges. First, there are no scholars who are willing to work because Sanskrit scholars like to work in isolation. So we had great paucity of scholars who could help us and contribute to making or designing and developing of the courses. But with the help of Patanjali, with the help of Belur Math, we design and develop the courses. There is another very important issue that I must raise today because you are launching that digital Sanskrit platform. At times, in places, the standard of Sanskrit is not maintained. So some people, in the name of Ved Vidyalaya or Sanskrit studies, dilute the quality of Sanskrit. Sanskrit by nature has very high quality education. Panini himself starts with that. The pronunciation of the word That right pronunciation is the most important thing, and it has justification because it was oral tradition. At some places, these are forgotten, but just for the sake of having a Sanskrit school or Vedic Pathsala, some people have centers. I'm mentioning this because when we standardize and design and develop courses, a lot of Ved Pathsalas adopted our courses, but large number of students failed. We do a very tightrope walking, in the sense we will introduce Bharatiya Gyan Parampara without diluting the quality, in fact enhancing the quality. We must enhance the quality of the language so that our students can access the great sources of knowledge. All the great knowledge of this land has been preserved in Ved, in Puran, in Vedanta. Who will read them? Who will interpret? We have been continuously going back in our knowledge tradition because nobody worked on Sanskrit and worked in a qualitative manner. I think there is a great challenge today, and Bhuvneshwari is doing very good job. But how to maintain that quality without being emotional about it? Everybody who reads Sanskrit will not be certified. It should not become a shortcut to getting 12th pass or 10th pass or becoming a scholar. This should be a more difficult path to walk because our tradition has been of quality education. Globally, the demand of Sanskrit is increasing. I will just speak for a few minutes on the economics of languages. English today is the most favored language because English is the language of commerce. We do our business in English. We do international trade in English. So we must know English if we want to be rich, if we want to do international trade. At one point of time, this was the status of Sanskrit. When India was the hub of trade and people from all over the world came to India to do trade. And the most important was the spices, the cloth, the textile that we made, and many other things. Kerala is known for ship making. But those who came had to learn English and converse in English, Hindi, Sanskrit, because here people talk to them only in Sanskrit, and the cost of learning Sanskrit went continuously higher. Macaulay undid this and replaced English, Sanskrit by English. We have to work hard to make this the language. As Bhuvneshwari was teaching, the grammar is so simple. It's so scientific. No grammar of any language, the sound system, the syntax is so simple as it is of Sanskrit. Students will find it much easier to learn than any other language. It's just a question of making it known. It's a matter of chance that today I am talking to you. I am at Ranchi. I had a dream to establish a school. I couldn't do that, but my friends helped and they have established a small school. Today, I went there. It will be inaugurated on 3rd April, the date of the birth of my mother. But we have started collecting students. I went to meet those students and it came to my mind, why not introduce them to Sanskrit? Because they are at the moment trying to read English grammar and Hindi. They find and they are making too many mistakes in English because it's not their language. It's not where they are conversant. It came to my mind, why not start with Sanskrit grammar and Sanskrit with these students? They are all very poor children coming from very humble families. And I must say that if we don't take this initiative, unfortunately, the church has become an agency of conversion, not of education. And that is a big concern. We must mention this. I say this with all authority and I mean with pain that read the Charter Act of 1811, 1833, 1853. What did the British government do? They passed acts that the missionaries will come to India and disseminate its knowledge of English and the Bible and convert people. Unfortunate thing. We must not do that. We must stop it. We must retard the process. Those who are born Hindu must be Hindu. They should not convert because we are not providing them support. We must say this. We must say this. We are shy. We become very politically correct by not saying such thing. My effort is, and I hope Lakshmi Narayan ji will help me in this, and the Tapas Trust will help me in this. And we have about 100 children, very young, from 3 to 8 years, how to introduce them to Sanskrit and Sanskrit grammar. I will look forward because you are launching that digital Sanskrit platform, and you have been saying such very kind words about me and thanking me. I think the best return will be teach my children Sanskrit, help them learn Sanskrit. I'll be very, very grateful. Thank you very much. तो आपने मुझे बुलाया इसके लिए तो आपका आभार है, लेकिन हम शिक्षक हैं ना, तो हम पारितोषिक तो लेते नहीं हैं, तो हम आपसे बाद में दक्षिणा मांग लेते हैं। तो मेरा दक्षिणा आज का ये होगा कि मेरे बच्चों को संस्कृत पढ़ा दीजिए। आप कैसे पढ़वाएंगे ये आप जानेंगे। बहुत बहुत आभार Lakshmi Narayan ji, Bhuvneshwari, Tapas Trust, and all the dignitaries, all the scholars here who have assembled for serving this language and service the God's own language. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr. C.B. Sharma ji. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, he says, Yadyad acharati shreshtaha tatta deve taro jaraha sayat pramanam kurute lokaha tadanu vartate. If people have to follow you, you will have to set standards. You will have to follow the principles. You have been following the great principles you have implemented in your lifetime. Very rightly observed, the Vedic students did not have a recognized degree prior to implementation of the Bharatiya Gyan Parampara course. In fact, I'm aware of those few doctorates who were questioned for their class 10 certificate. Thus, they said the class 10 certificate was not valid. Therefore, the doctorate certificate would not be valid. So the Vedic students have gone through those trials and tribulations. Thanks to you, sir, for introducing the Bharatiya Gyan Parampara course and also maintaining it at a certain standard. You spoke about maintaining quality. We have the next speaker, Maha Mahopadhyaya, Brahmashri Gopalakrishna Sastri. He is a great Vedic guru who is maintaining quality. He is the Adhyaksha. He is the examiner for Vedas, Vedangas, and the other Vedanga related Veda Bhashyam courses conducted in all parts of the country, especially at Tenali. So I request Maha Mahopadhyaya, Gopalakrishna Shastri to please address us. I request him to unmute himself to deliver his class. Namaste.
Okay. Sruiteva? Idanim Shrotum Shakravaddi va? Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mahataha Anandasya Vishayah, et adhunatane kale, Samskrita Bhasha Vishaye, Bala Sikshata कार्यक्रमः तदर्थम् एका तपस् संस्थया बालिकानां च संस्कृतपरिचयः दीयते संस्कृतभाषायां रुचिः उत्पाद्यते इति मनीषया संस्कृतविषये शिक्षाप्रदानार्थम् एका व्यवस्था स्वीकृता तदर्थं लक्ष्मीनारायण महोदयाय एवं भुवनेश्वरी देव्यै च अहम् अभिनन्दनानि समर्पयामि। ते अभिनन्दनार्हाः। परन्तु ते छात्राणां पाठनमपि कुर्वन्ति, परन्तु विश्वस्तरे सर्वेपि संस्कृतज्ञाः यथा भवन्ति तथा कश्चन प्रयत्नः स्वीकार्यः। तादृशप्रयत्नः केन आरभ्यते इति चिन्ता इदानीं विदुषां मनसि वर्तते। ई तपस् संस्था तु तादृशं कार्यक्रमं स्वीकरोति इति महतः आनन्दस्य विषयः। संस्कृतं नाम दैवीवाक्, भाषासु मुख्या मधुरा गीर्वाणभारती इति। गीर्वाणभारती मधुरा भाषा, मुख्या भाषा, सुरभाषा इति प्रसिद्धिं पूर्वमेव समः न चलति। जनाः सर्वेपि संस्कृते रुचिं लभन्ते। भवेयुः, संस्कृते कर्तते। कानिचन शास्त्राणि आमुष्मिकविषये, पुण्यसम्पादनविषये सर्वेपि अंशाः वर्तन्ते। वैद्यशास्त्रं वर्तते, आयुर्वेदशास्त्रं वर्तते, साङ्केतिकनैपुण्यमपि सम्पादयितुं शक्यते। सर्वेपि विषयाः संस्कृते लभ्यन्ते। परन्तु संस्कृतप्रवेशः नाम संस्कृतस्य परिचयः दातव्यः। इदानीं भुवनेश्वरिता वीडियो प्रदर्शितमस्ति खलु, तत्र शब्दानां परिचयः एवं सन्धि धातुरूपाण्यपि समासविषये, सुबन्धविषये, धातुरूपविषये, एवं कारकविषये, वाक्यनिर्माणविषये च प्रणालिकां स्वीकृत्य बालानां शिक्षणं दातव्यम्। अतः तादृशः कार्यक्रमः अनया संस्थया स्वीकृतः इति महान् आनन्दस्य विषयः। एवं संस्कृतस्य विषये, संस्कृतं नाम व्याकरणं विना संस्कृतस्य तादृशं वैभवं नास्ति। संस्कृतम् इति पदस्यैव अर्थः संस्कारवत् इति। रामायणेऽपि वयं पठामः, संस्कारेण यथा हीनां वाचमर्थान्तरं गताम्। संस्कार एकं तिष्ठे द्वे, संस्कृतं संस्कृतिस्तथा। भारतीया संस्कृतिः एवं अस्माकं संस्कृतभाषा। इदं द्वयमपि अत्यन्तम् उत्कृष्टं वर्तते। भारतीया संस्कृतिः विश्व संस्कृतिषु अग्रगण्या भवति, एवं भाषासु अग्रगण्या भवति। संस्कृतपरिज्ञानेन वेदाः, पुराणानि, दर्शनानि, शास्त्राणि तत्र अध्येतुं शक्यन्ते। संस्कृतपरिचयः दातव्यः। जनसामान्य ये तु छात्राः इदानीम् आङ्ग्लमाध्यमेन, हिन्दी माध्यमेन वा 10th क्लास् पर्यन्तं वा इंटर्मीडियेट् पर्यन्तं वा पठन्ति, तेषामपि संस्कृतविषये परिचयः दातव्यः इत्येव अस्य कार्यक्रमस्य मुख्यः आशयः। तेषां यदि संस्कृते रुचिः उत्पन्ना स्यात्, तेषां रुचिः उत्पद्यते चेत् तर्हि ते अग्रे, परन्तु रुच्युत्पादनमेव प्रथमतः कार्यं भवति। अतः भुवनेश्वरी कुमार्या यः कार्यक्रमः आरब्धः सः अत्यन्तं रमणीयः एवं अत्यन्तम् आवश्यकश्चापि वर्तते। संस्कृतभाषा जनसामान्यभाषा भवेत्। संस्कृतभाषा सर्वेषां परिचिता भवेत्। संस्कृते संस्कृतमाध्यमेन सर्वे भाषणं कर्तुं समर्थाः भवेयुः। तदा वैशिष्ट्यं नित्यं मन्यन्ते सर्वेपि यथा संस्कृतं पठेयुः तथा संस्कृते सर्वं वर्तते इत्येव वर्तते, परन्तु संस्कृतं कठिनभाषा इति एकः भ्रमः अस्ति। परन्तु सः भ्रमः दूरीकरणीयः।
Namaste. So we were listening to the wonderful thoughts from Brahmashri Maha Mahopadhyaya Gopalakrishna Sastrikar. So because of I mean internet issues, so we have lost this connection. So he was talking about the values of Samskritam. He was saying that reading Samskritam itself is a punya karyam. And in fact, he was articulating our previous speaker, Dr. C.V. Sharma, in the sense, he said that Samskritam is not difficult as it is perceived. When it is approached in a systematic fashion, it is not easy. I mean, both the speakers have said that Samskritam is not to be scared of. Samskritam is definitely easy, approachable, and it is a wonderful language. He said, Bhashas Mukhya Madhura. He says, amongst for any language, the importance is it should be beautiful, the beauty, right? I mean, one can learn the works of Kalidasa and get immersed in his verses. Such is the beauty of the language. So I now request Brahmashri Vishwanatha Gopalakrishna Sastrikar to conclude. I mean, he can continue his speech. Requesting him to unmute. Unmute. Requesting Shastrikar to unmute, please. We are not able to hear you. Please unmute.
इदानीं हरि
आचार्य यदि वीडियो ऑफ कृत्वा भाषणं कुर्वन्ति ध्वनेः विच्छेदः स्यात्।
इदानीं शब्दः श्रूयते वा?
एवं सम्यक् श्रूयते आचार्य।
शब्दः एवं तद् यद्यपि बहुनाधीशे तथापि पटपुत्रं व्याकरणं स्वजनस्वजनोम् आभूत् इत्येवम् अर्थं तत्र सकलं शकलं सकृत् शकृत् इत्यादि शब्दाः तत्र उदाहृताः। अतः संस्कृतभाषाज्ञानम् आवश्यकं, तदर्थं व्याकरणपरिज्ञानमपि आवश्यकं। भुवनेश्वर्या यः प्रयत्नः आरब्धः सः व्याकरणसम्बन्धी विचारः। संधि समास कारक धातुरूपादि विषये परिचयः चेत् तत्र प्रयोग परिवर्तनं एक्टिव् वायस् पासिव् वायस् मध्ये कथं प्रयोगाः वर्तन्ते, एवं प्रयोगपरिज्ञानं वाक्यनिर्माणशैली इत्यादिकं परिचितं भवति चेत् काव्य बहवः वर्तन्ते, परन्तु तत्र पाण्डित्यं न लभ्यते खलु। संस्कृते प्रवेशः यथा भवति तथा अयं प्रयत्नः अतीव आवश्यकः, अवश्यं कर्तव्यं, प्रयत्नं कुर्वन्ति एवं तपस्ट्रस्ट् इतरां
So, Shastriji has substantially covered his speech. I mean, his very presence is, I can say, magnetic. And he was kind enough to bless this program. And he spoke about, Shastriji spoke about the importance of Samskriti. So, I mean, the steps, one learns Samskritam as a language. And then the next step reads the great, wonderful text. And finally, the knowledge of Samskritam and the knowledge of the text, the great, wonderful text, epics, Vedas, finally it should reflect in Samskriti. And that is what Shastriji has highlighted and advised. So all these great people assembled here are living examples of Samskriti. It is said, Acharahinam na punanti Vedaha. Samskriti and the acharas are so important, but it is even more important than study of the Vedas. Patanjali says, Yama niyamasana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhi ashtav angani. Ahimsa satyasteya brahmacharya parigraha yamaha. The Samskriti is the fundamental for yoga. Samskriti is a fundamental for every aspect of life. So learning Samskritam is rather the first step, and we keep moving on. We are now going to listen to one of the most eloquent speakers, Professor Tyagarajan. In fact, I have seen Professor Tyagarajan addressing very, very difficult conversations, right? You know, typically it is called as Charuvaka. Charuvaka is more academic in nature. So he has seen the Charuvakins in real-time life and handled them very effortlessly. So I now request Professor Tyagarajan to deliver his special address. Over to Professor Tyagarajan.
Namaste. Vanim Jitashukavanim Alikulavenim Bavambudi Dronim Veena Shuka Shishupanim Natagirvanim Namami Sarvanim. Adya Samskrita Bhashya Eva Kinchit Vaktavyam Iri Siddhoyam Yadyapi Drishyamane Atra आङ्ग्लभाषायां प्रवीणाः दृढचित्ततया तत्र यद् संस्कृतभाषा विषये कर्तव्यम् इति वदन्ति इति श्रुत्वा मध्ये मध्ये ममापि तत्र आङ्ग्लभाषया वक्तव्यम् इत्यपि चिन्तयामि। प्रायः सर्वे जनाः एवं चिन्तयन्ति, संस्कृतभाषा इत्युक्ते अति कठिना इति। किमर्थं ते एवं वदन्ति इत्युक्ते तेषां संस्कृतपठने द्वेषः वा अथवा अशक्तत्वं वा इत्येव चिन्तनीयम्। पूर्वमेव महामहोपाध्यायैः उक्तं, भाषासु मधुरा रम्या गिर्वाणभारती। तस्मात् व्याकरणविषये ये चिन्तयन्ति ते पाणिनिं स्मृत्वा पाणिनियुक्ते व्याकरणपण्डितः, वयं तु साधारणो जनः, कथं व्याकरणं पाणिनेः व्याकरणं पठितुं शक्ताः इत्येव चिन्तयामः। भाषा कापि भाषा भवतु, आङ्ग्लभाषा वा तमिळुभाषा वा अन्या भाषा या कापि भवतु, भाषायाः प्राबल्यं स्वीकर्तव्यं चेत्, भाषायां यत्किञ्चित् वक्तव्यं चेत् व्याकरणशुद्धतया यदि यः सम्भाषणं करोति तत्र सर्वैः तद् भाषायाम् अभिरुचिः उत्पद्यते। एवमेव अतिकठिनमित्युक्तं किल, प्रायः जनाः चिन्तयन्ति ब्रह्मसूत्रम् इति शास्त्रमस्ति, को तत्र ब्रह्मसूत्रं पठितुं शक्तः इति चिन्तयन्ति। यदि ब्रह्मसूत्रविषये ब्रह्मसूत्रं पठति चेत् अति सुलभा भाषा। आदिशङ्कराचार्येण एवं सुलभतया तत्र भाष्यं लिखितवान्। वयं न पठितवन्तः, तदेव। अस्तु, पूर्वमेव मम विषये एवं he introduced me. I will come to that. Charuvaka is good. Charuvaka said there is no God or anything, or so many other things are there. Charuvaka means he spoke very pleasingly to others in order to make them get them or rather come to his fold. That is essential now for Sanskrit. At least you must keep them under your spell. Otherwise, what is use? We have been always talking about the glory of Sanskrit. That is there. Everyone, both in India and abroad, people have come to know about the glory of Sanskrit. That's why people have started reading so many books, and also they have introduced in so many other schools also. The unfortunate thing is only in India, we are not having, though we have a lot of schools, people are being, the mentality of the people are being corrupted and they are not driven towards Sanskrit. There is a blockade somewhere. I am bold enough to say whether it is politically or due to some other reason or due to some religious reason, whatever it may be the case, but they are being stopped. But with all that, Sanskrit is a Ganga. It flows like the flow in Triveni river. definitely a day may come when you will see that people not only realizing the merit of Sanskrit, not only telling that it is the base for the Sanskrit culture or Indian culture, but a day may come when you will know that many basics of science, today's science, is embedded in Sanskrit. Of course, now people have understood. Many scientists have come to Sanskrit now. They are asking, what is that? What is this? There's so many Vaigyanika Sambaddaha Vishayaha Bhagavaha Santi Samskrite. Therefore, what is required now is we'll have to just make use of the modern gadgets. The time has come. Everything has become online. So we are online. Everything is online. We are also online. Therefore, I really appreciate Miss Bhuvaneshwari for her effort to just introduce Sanskrit grammar initially. And I am happy. See, we used to always say, learn while you learn. There is a concept. Here, she is learning and teaching. So she teaches while she learns. It's a very good concept because the time is so short in our life. And within that period, whatever the speed, you should go on forward. So the speed is necessary. It's not that simply going to some hotel and then taking something fast food there. It is not fast food there. The fast food should be for us, to our mind. And we should make use of the modern gadgets and the modern uh, facilities and introduce. And in that way, the young girl has taken up the effort with the support of her father. Really, I am admire. These are the days when people, that in the strata, higher strata of society, they always think, what's the use of Sanskrit? Is it going to give you food? Or is it going to give you earning? We are always thinking in the, rather a man is valued in terms of wealth only, not in terms of wealth of knowledge. That you should develop. The knowledge is power. So when you have the knowledge within you, growing within you, just like the Vidyas preached in the Upanishads as well as in Brahma Sutra. So there is a sort of light in you, within your heart. The same thing has been spoken by Bharati in an indirect way. Agni Kunjundru Kandeen. What is that Agni Kunju? It is small fire. That small fire of Bhuvaneshwari, if it triggers well, then naturally it can enlighten so many people into Sanskrit. In the same way, Srinivasan, he is also developing. Our brother is developing and chanting Vedas and other things. Really, these are the days when people shun from basic studies. And also, the old type of style also, they forget. In the sense, to adorn a Panchagacha or having a tuft and other things had become rare. But unfortunately or fortunately for us, the modern time, during modern times, things are developing in a different way. Though you don't say it is a Vedic culture, you say it's a modern culture, and you have the tuft, and it is being glorified like anything, and people dance in a different way. Okay, it's a time. The flow of time is like that. Let it go. Now coming to the point with regard to Bhuvaneshwari and the entire family, or Lakshmanarayanan, his wife, unless and until his wife is support, then the things may go wrong. So all the entire family is taking efforts, and also as a small studio, they produce a lot of programs in grammar, and that is the base for a language. And after that, definitely a sort of interest will come to any person who is following her class. and will know that Sanskrit is not an ordinary, it is a Sastraic language. It's a Vedic language, is a Vaigyanika language. And it's an Atmavidya language. It gives you what is there within you. And it is a Moksha Vidya language. So whatever we say, Chi Chaturvarga Palaprapti. So having born, see, in this world, the Brahmimananam Jananam Madhye. What is that we will have to do? We will have to attain Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. And Dharma in Kali Yuga it is standing in one leg, people say. Artha, always people are after wealth. The time may come when they will realize that their wealth is not going to help them. Nahi Rakshati. Not only Dukrinji Karane. She was referring to Dukrinji Karane. I have a word to say about Dukrinji Karane. In Pani Sutra, it is a Pani Sutra, Dukrinji Karane. That means what? Cringe. Cringe is a dhatu, which gives you any type of modification. You can say Saha Gachati. Instead of telling Saha Gachati, you can Saha Karoti, you can say. Panini gives full liberty, license. Not only that, philosophically speaking, anything you say, eating, you say, what is he doing? Saha Karoti. You can say. At that particular time, that Kru Dhatu will give the meaning as eating. Ha Kadati. Like that. Not only that, philosophically giving. Acharya is very clever. He's a great man. He uses that word. Why? Why not? He used other sutras. He has used only that Kru. Karane. See, we are all the impression that we all do everything. I am the whole authority. I did everything. This Ahambhava is there. Everything is there. I. It is not with regard to that Aham Brahmasmi. That is a different matter. That is the biggest philosophy that one attains at the last stage of his matured knowledge. But here, this Ankara is something different. I did. You man, you think that you are doing everything. So everything based on actions, you think. Whatever you do and whatever the actions, that is developing everything. No. It is not. It is merely a mechanical way of doing it, because for everything there is a spirit behind everything. That's what we say, and ultimately one will know that the knowledge alone is going to be useful, and that will fructify the purpose of one's life. That's why jnana karma samuchaya is talking. So mere karma will not work. Jnana alone is essential. And for attaining such knowledge, what is required? You must have Sanskrit knowledge. Why not I have other knowledge, sir? I have so many knowledge of so many other languages. Yes, I don't deny that. But from Para, Vashanti, Madhyama, Vaikari, in all four stages, if a language could roll on, that could be only Sanskrit. With all my authority, I am just telling it is Sanskrit. Therefore, if I am allowed to speak, I can give so many other examples. The time is very short, but at the same time, I want to make people understand that a person who studies Sanskrit will be highly efficient, not only in speaking, mentally, physically, and psychologically, and his decisions will be very good because he is given a sort of a reasonable knowledge. Based on that, to deny that reason only, this Chatwaka and others came, ultimately failed. So they spoke very well. So we have got our own reason. We have got our own Nyaya Shastra. So with all these things, if you are not going to convince the people, then It is there within us. The failure is within us, with our ancestors. So I have been thinking on these lines that what will happen in future. Now the future is so bright through persons like Bhuvaneshwari, Srinivasan, and others. Really happy because the youngsters are coming up. So we must, if at all we are to teach them some knowledge, we must catch them young and teach them that. And they should be receptive also. And I am happy during this, in this younger generation, people like Bhuvaneshwari and others have got some more interest, flair, aptitude, attitude, everything for the sake of Sanskrit. I appreciate. May God bless you, bless your family, bless your surroundings, bless your friends. And so, Asishat Santu, Bhuyasyaha, Ityuktva Viramami. Namaste.
Namaste. So that was a scintillating delivery by Professor Jagarajan. He spoke about the importance of time. Alpascha kalaha, mahavascha vignaha, etsarabhutam tadupasitavyam, hamso yatha kshiramimambu mathnat. Spoke about the importance of time and importance of concentration. And as a true teacher, I think he started taking the classes. He spoke about the importance of kri dhatu. There are 10 different ganas, groups in Sanskrit. And if you have to master the Sanskrit dhatus, you need to know all the variations in all the 10 different ganas. But a smart student, a smart teacher says, if you know kri dhatu, you can use the nouns and manage any situation. Says, gamanam karoti, bhashanam karoti, right? Instead of a verb, you use karoti and prefix with a noun. So wonderful tips for students, wonderful teacher. So thankful to you, sir, for a fantastic address. I now request Dr. Devi Prasad Sharma to deliver a special address. So he's a retired principal of the Madras Samskrit College and a reservoir of knowledge. I request him to share a few thoughts. Namaste.
So it's not audible, sir. It's not audible.
Hello.
Lakshmi Narayan, sir.
Can you hear?
Vijay Raghavan speaking. Vijay Raghavan here.
Can you hear?
I can hear.
Chaturmukha mukham bhojavana hamsavadhur mama manase ramatam nityam sarvashukla saraswati.
Kalamriya.
Paraspara tapassampat phalayita parasparau prapancha mata pitarau prancho jaya patistumaha Sadashiva samarambham Shankaracharya madhyamam अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां काञ्ची पुरगतान् कामकोठीश्वरान् यतीन् श्रीचन्द्रशेखराख्यां वन्देऽहं स्वामी नित्यशः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। अत्र समागतानां सर्वेषां विशेषतः CB शर्मा महोदयानाम् एवं अत्र एतावत्पर्यन्तं भाषणं कृतवतां डॉक्टर त्यागराजन् महोदयानाम् अन्येषाम् अत्र उपस्थितानां ऑनलाइन माध्यमेन उपस्थितानां विदुषां विद्यार्थिनां इतरेषां च महनीयानां सर्वेषामपि मे नमस्कारान् समर्प्य यत्किञ्चित् वच्मि। प्रथमतः संस्कृतेन वच्मि। तत्र NIOS इति मुक्तस्वाध्याय पीठं यद्विद्यते सर्वेषामपि पाठशाला विद्यारहितानाम् इतरेषां सर्वेषां कृते प्रत्यक्षतया पाठशालां गन्तुं नाम लौकिकपाठशालां गन्तुं ये न शक्नुवन्ति तेषां कृते एतद् मुक्तस्वाध्याय दशमकक्षा एवं द्वादशकक्षा इति या विद्यते वस्तुतः सा प्रशंसनीया वर्तते, सर्वेषामपि उपयोगकरी वर्तते। विशेषतः वेदाध्येतॄणां वेदपाठशालासु ये विद्यार्थिनः नित्यं वेदं पठन्ति, प्रायशः 10 वर्षाणि वेदं पठित्वा बहिरागत्य भवन्तः किं पठितवन्तः इत्युक्ते सामान्यविद्यायां कापि अर्हता अस्ति वा न वा इति पृष्टे सति वैदिकविद्या अस्माकं हस्ते विद्यते परन्तु लौकिकरीत्या वयं किमपि न अधीतवन्तः इत्येव ते उत्तरं प्रददति। किञ्च इतरेषां दृक्पथे ईक्षणे ते विद्यारहिताः इव भान्ति, वेदविद्यासहिताः अपि विद्यारहिताः इव भान्ति। यतः लौकिकविद्यायां तेषां बेसिक् नालेड्ज् इति विद्यते खलु, सः बेसिक् क्वालिफिकेशन् इत्युक्ते प्राथमिक अर्हता न सम्पादिता इत्यतः ते अज्ञाः इव भान्ति। तादृश अज्ञता निवृत्त्यर्थम् एतद् NIOS परीक्षा भगवद्दत्त वरवत् भाति। सः एतद् NIOS माध्यमेन दशमकक्षा एवं द्वादशकक्षा अर्हता सर्वैः अपि वेदविद्यार्थिभिः सम्पादनीया। ये प्रत्यक्षतः पाठशालां प्रति गन्तुम् अशक्ताः तेषामपि कृते, विशेषतः अध्येतॄणां कृते एतद् अतीव उत्कृष्टः अवकाशः भारतसर्वकारेण तत्र प्रकल्पितः वर्तते। तस्य उपयोगः तावत् समीचीनतया न कुर्वन्ति इति एतत् प्रत्यक्षचरम्। अहम् अनेकाः पाठशालाः दृष्टवान्, वेदपाठशालासु अहं कार्यं कृतवान्। बहुषु एतादृश वेदाध्ययन विद्यालयेषु मया दृष्टम् अध्यापकाः अपि तत्र न रुचिं प्रदर्शयन्ति। अध्यापकाः एवं भवन्तु नाम तेषां कालः अतीतः। इदानीं नवीनकाले प्राथमिकशिक्षां विना एवत् ड्रैविङ्ग् लैसेन्स् अपि प्राप्तुं न प्रभवति। तदर्थमपि अन्ते गत्वा 10th स्टाण्डर्ड् दशमकक्ष्या उत्तीर्णता अपेक्षिता। तादृशयोग्यतां विना यत् चालनपरीक्षायां चालकः अपि भवितुं न अर्हति। एतादृशस्थितिः वर्तते। अतः वेद अध्यापकाः वेदपाठशाला निर्वाहकाः अपि तान् छात्रान् सम्यक् सम्बोध्य एवं अध्यापकान् अपि सम्बोध्य कथञ्चित् तेषां संहिताभागसमाप्ति काले नाम 7 वर्ष अध्ययन अनन्तरं after finishing that samhita or before they finish the samhita bhaga, every Vedic student should appear for the NIOS examination. I have advised in all pathashalas. I have personally sent a brochure to each and every pathashala. When I was a principal of Sanskrit college, though we are not the authorities to do that, I personally sent a brochure and the importance, a notice saying that, denoting that importance of the NIOS examination and government entrance examination, which are equivalent to 10th standard, which are valuable, by passing which they can choose their any subject, not only Vedadhyanam. If at all they want to continue Vedic studies, they can also continue and do till the doctorate, BA, MA, like that, step by step. If at all they do not want that, they can proceed the higher studies in Veda, like Gananta, but the basic qualification must be there. That is then an examination of 10th standard or an examination, a pass in the examination equivalent to 10th standard. And they should know that even the teachers are not at all but encouraging the students or guiding the students to make efforts to appear for the NIOS examination. I have tried my best in some Vedic pathashalas, which gave a negative impact from the teachers. But the Vedic students and the Vedic teachers, especially, and the management of the pathashalas must insist that every student must appear for NIOS at the end of the Samhita Bhaga Adhyanam. That may be 7th year, by which by the time they attain the age of 15 or 15 or 16, let them write, or let them be 20 or 18, then they let them write the NIOS. I have seen some of my students who have completed Veladhyanam but did not appear for 10th examination. Without obtaining the basic qualification, they have gone up to the PhD, completed the PhD, and when it came for an interview, they have appeared for interview, they were failed. They were rejected just because they did not have the basic qualification of 10th stand, and they do not come under the 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 pattern, and hence their application was rejected. These are the situations faced by the number of students who have completed Vedadhyanam, who are highly knowledgeable, who can do Vakyartham in Shastras, but do not possess the basic qualification of 10th standard. So I advise all the Vedic students to appear for the NIOS examination. Make it I request the managements to make it compulsory and make arrangements to teach other subjects, just like Ms. Bhuvaneshwari has done human service for the Vedic students especially, who are interested, not only Vedic students, the other students who directly want to appear for the NIOS. So like that, we can use, they are giving the cassette CDs freely. They have distributed already for 2,000 or 1,600 students. And so personally, Shri Lakshmi Narayan has encouraged the Pathshala students in his Pathshalas maintained by him and get them appeared for the NIOS examinations. In spite of number of difficulties or objections from various sectors and Adhyapakas, maybe, I don't know. But normally they object because they feel that the Veda Adhyanam time was taken by Laukika Vidya. They feel that they have expressed their thoughts to me when I was Kulapati for certain Pathshalas. They directly said, no, you are wasting our time. You have snatched and encroached our day-to-day classes, Vedic classes. And they have got, in some Pathshalas, there is an ajnanam, an ignorance, that they should not even learn Sanskrit. Yes, they have directly told the management, informed the management, and one of the management member argued with me that even the aksharas, the very alphabets of Sanskrit are also not required during Vedadhyayana. Such an extent of knowledge, what I say, ignorance. They have argued with me, but there is no necessity of knowledge of Sanskrit. See, without the Sanskrit knowledge, they cannot explain what they have studied. When they come out of the Vedic Pathshalas, what will they do? At least they have to convey, they have to communicate the Vedic knowledge to other persons. How will they communicate? They have to communicate in mother tongue or in English, but not without Sanskrit knowledge. They have to possess the Sanskrit knowledge. So for that, now through the NIOS, they have introduced the Vedic for a special course for Vedic students. Though the course is very difficult to proceed, the books prescribed in the Vedic studies, Vedic examination, that I have personally gone through the Vedic, that particular NIOS examination books, which are very difficult. They have to be dealt and taught within an easy language, introducing the Sanskrit grammar to the students of Vedas. So in that way, the Lakshmi Narayanan has set an example to other Pathshala students, other Pathshalas, that they should take this NIOS examination seriously and make the students appear for the NIOS and use the cassettes, the CDs, which are voluntarily done free of cost for the benefit of the Vedic society, Vedic students, and get use that knowledge, that those CDs, learn Sanskrit. They have done in future, they have to do other subjects also. They have to do not only in Hindi medium, but in other languages also, if necessary. So this Hindi medium is useful for the students of North India. That is those the mother tongue, those who have mother tongue as Hindi. But for other people like Telugu, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, like that, they can do. Only thing is, there are very limited students who are interested in appearing. That may be the cause. Because in Hindi belt, in North India, number of students are ready to appear for NIOS examination. Hundreds of students of Veda Pathshalas are appearing regularly. Whereas in Tamil Nadu, nobody knows that NIOS examination. There is no awareness of that such an examination, such a Vedic special introduction of Vedic studies, which is meant for Vedic students. So get use of that. And I really appreciate the work of the Sri Lakshmi Narayanan and Sri and Miss Bhuvaneshwari and Srinivasan, and especially their Guru and my student Sri Guru Prasad, who is now working as an assistant professor in Vivekananda College. I appreciate their work, and I wish they should continue and do it in various mediums other than Hindi also, and not only Sanskrit. They should also do the same for in other subjects also, which will be very useful for Vedic students, and make them knowledgeable, make them attain at least the 10th certificate of NIOS, and afterwards let them continue for higher studies also. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to speak few words about NIOS examination and importance of Sanskrit, and especially for Vedic students. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, little down. You can just keep the mic near to it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Namaste. So, thank you very much, Dr. Devi Prasad Sharma, for the wonderful thoughts. I really appreciate all the efforts you have taken to take this NIOS to the Veda Pathshalas, guiding them. Of course, there is some sort of resistance to change because NIOS is new in South India. I mean, there's a lot of implementation in North India. I know Mr. Ravi has taken a lot of efforts, put in tremendous amount of efforts to popularize NIOS, especially in South India. I mean, that is reaping fruits. People like Dr. Devi Prasad Sharma, people like Mr. Ravi, they've all put their heart and soul to take the Samskritam to the masses, especially to the Vedic students. So, I mean, we are coming to the end of the program. We have another 10 more minutes. So we have two speakers to follow. We have, I definitely want to listen to Mr. Ravi, and we also have Mr. Vijay Raghavan, ex-director, MSR VVP Ujjain. So we'll now listen to Mr. Ravi. He has been part of all our programs for the last 3 years. There is no program without Mr. Ravi. So, Mr. Ravi, so please, we'd like to listen to you. Please.
Namaste and pranam to everybody. It's always a pleasure for me whenever an invitation comes from Tapas Trust, and especially when I come to know that either Bhuvaneshwari or Srinivasan is involved in that, I cannot say no to that, because I have seen them growing stage by stage, and I keep admiring the way that the God has blessed them with a wonderful parents to nurture these children at a very, very right place. I have been asked to appreciate, I don't know, I'm running short of words in putting all those efforts by the children. I have seen when Bhuvaneshwari has enrolled in NIOS for class 10th, and Mr. Lakshminarayanan and Madam Mrs. Lakshminarayanan, they came there. They wanted to know what this NIOS is. And we had a different round of discussion. And I say that when I told them, NIOS is providing such a wonderful flexibility. You can learn at your own pace. You can realize your dreams at your own pace. These are the two things I said. Now, the achievement of Bhuvaneshwari and Srinivasan, it's a testimonial for the NIOS sport. And added to that, all the great acharyas, the way they just so nicely they explained the importance of this. It is a matter of only ignorance. Things has to be. It is now. It's time now. Ganga started flowing, as Professor Tyagarajan started saying. It's now started flowing. People will understand that. And there was a barrier. I know, as Sri Lakshminarayan sir said, I visited a few Veda Pathshala in the early stage when this Bharati Jnana Parambara courses were released. And I don't want to name some of the Pathshalas. I said, but they were saying that no, it's all, it is going to take away our time, and we are for the different purpose here, and all those things. And they found later, I understood, it is not because of that they were not comfortable with the Sanskrit and the level in which that books are being written. So this was the case almost in many Pathshalas. And we used to have a discussion, Lakshminarayan sir and all that. And I never thought that it will come out at this stage. Now today, the digital form of the basics from 6th standard to 12th standard is available to all the people. See, the effort of Tapas Trust and the dedicated work of Bhuvaneshwari and Srinivasan, I have seen them in that very small, studio which they have created for recording it. Amazing, I don't know. I only that word, I don't know that word amazing, whether it includes all my feelings, I don't know. Many technocrats, big, they just project it as if this is all not possible, but they made everything so possible. This younger generation, especially, Srinivasan is so tech savvy, and he was, solving all the issues. And now they have such type of wonderful digital board with all augmentation, virtual media, this, that, and all that. They make the lessons so interesting. Initially, they were just making the digital form of lessons for all the NIOS subjects. It's a marathon work. It's not that simple work. I have seen that many departments are failed to prepare the digital content for their courses. These small kids, that are under the guidance of Sri Lakshminarayan ji and Mrs. Lakshminarayan, they gave so much of energy, and with the blessings of the God, that this early age that they are able to create a big, it's a Guinness record, I must say that. And more than all those things, I admire, I keep telling the youngsters now, see, the youth is the most powerful period of time. And if you can channelize that, you can do miracle. This is what happened now. They have finished their class 10th and 12th in NIOS. She's pursuing her CA. Now she's doing her, masters in Sanskrit, and she's busy with her Bharatanatyam dance, and then, music, whatnot. That means this is the age can accommodate. It's a learning pace. You can dump everything into that. Your brain power is so powerful, and you can accommodate everything. And especially they're learning the language like Sanskrit now. They have learned newly, and now they are teaching to the others. And they have now made everything in the form of digital lesson. It is going to reach the entire world. And today they broke that barrier of, reach. Truly, the NIOS stands for reaching the unreached. Today, this digital form of this basics of Samskritam lessons from 6th standard to 12th standard, it is going to be the precursor for all the future endeavors. I'm sure today all the professors that they were talking, it's a language evolved out of science. It's a very scientifically designed language. Nobody's, people have not understood. We could see that the way that Bhuvaneshwari is explaining everything with her. I think she has even broke the record of, she can be a best teacher. The way she expressed, 50% of her, the explanation comes in her expression because of her dance, Bharatanatyam ability. all those things. And she's also a model. I have shared some of the videos to the Sanskrit teachers. Sir, she's a wonderful teacher, they are telling. So, and she became a now model for even the other teacher also, teachers to how to teach and how to put the words in such a way and draw the attention of the students and all that. So I can keep on adding to them, but in one shot I can tell it is God's, the message that there is something has to happen in this world now. Like these youngsters, many should come and then revive this, what so-called the lost language. No, it is not lost. It is in the just in the dormant period. It's going to now sprout in such like bamboo. It looks as if bamboo is not that silent. When it starts sprouting, it will come up in like that. You will find everywhere full green bamboo sprouts coming up. Same is the case now. I think this digital form of these lessons can reach everybody. Already you got the call from Professor Sharma that he wanted for another 100 students to be taken. There are many such type of schools will come forward. On this occasion, I bless both the kids and the trust for such a noble, initiative under the blessings of all the great acharyas, and all your endeavor will come true, sir. And it's all collective efforts. Now it's time for India to prove the world again back. Thank you. Namaste, namaskaram to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Ravi sir, for the wonderful words. And I learned a lot from you, sir. I really appreciate all your accomplishments. As a teacher at Navodaya school, I know that you have shaped a lot of individuals and used to share the wonderful stories, success stories of your students from humble beginning to great scientists, even in institutions like NASA, etc. So, I understand the love with which you want students to really grow in their future. We are going to have the last speaker for today's program. One of the greatest speakers, and he's a Kavi. Professor Vijay Raghavan is ex-director for Maharshi Sandipini Rashtriya Veda Vidya Pratishthan, Ujjain. He has authored several books in Samskritam. He's one of the top speakers in Samskritam. So we are going to have him speak and share a few words and bless us for the success of this program. Over to Shri Vijay Raghavan, sir.
Jnanam sarvapatinam chet tadhetuschet dhayananah sachet bhaktaparadhinah tam vinakam namamyaham. This particular shloka is taken today not only for the blessings of all, but also to delight the knowledgeable speakers. And I have heard Devi Prasad and succeeding Raviji, and I was really enjoying their speech. Now, this shloka is the Mangala shloka of Uttarama-charitam's Vyakhyanam, written by one Srinivasa Iyengar. There, Jnanam Sarvapatinam Chet. This is enough for us now. Jnanam is what we have understood is subjective knowledge. So, Lakshmi Narayan has done CA. And actually, he is not only CA now. Now he is CEO. And he is master of several other subjects. How it has become? Jnanam Sarvapatinam. Jnanam means that is Sarvapatinam only. It will subject everything without objecting anything. It will make everything an object by the by. So the Jnanam Sarvapatinam, if it is understood, and as Ravi ji told in his speech about Bhuvaneshwari, keeping Bhuvaneshwari in mind, I think, and she has learnt dancing, music, and several other things besides her Sanskrit knowledge. And I put Sanskrit knowledge besides, means Sanskrit knowledge is important. That's why I put that main. And besides that, she understood several other things also. But because Sanskrit is the mean to understand all the other things also. In Natya Shastram is born from Lord Shiva, and Vyakarana Shastram has started from Shiva. So Panini is only instrument. As per the order of Lord Shiva, he has made it. So these are well-known things. So she has learned several other things also because Jnanam Sarvapatinam. That is Hayagriva's Kripa. Sarvapatinam Taddetushed Hayananaha, he further says. So Jnanam means Sarvapatinam only. So NIOS about when Sir told, I understood that Rashtriya Mukta Vidyalayi Shiksha Samsthan, and wherever Lakshmi Narayan goes, he searches for something new. And I know him last 10 years, and last 10 years, the vast improvement he has brought to his institution and also to the students. But he channelizes everything, and according to the need of the children, that I am watching carefully. When I was working in Ujjain, I know he was starting everything. He was in the position of starting these things. And only 1 or 2 Pathshalas were running then. Now he has done wonderful work. He is having a lot of students online also. Teachers are also teaching online. I am also given opportunity for that. I was given several times, but I could not, as I am not following him perfectly due to several other reasons. But still, I am also interested nowadays because he has grown it in such a way that everyone will indulge and put their effort, so that Palagrahi, when it becomes Palagrahi, then people will join. And in starting position, people may hesitate. But those who have given hand to him are also appreciated, all also appreciated. And last century, we have lost a lot due to the uninterest shown by our own people to Sanskrit. Our own people have become doctors and that and these and wanted to fly away and settled in abroad, and lot of things happened. But after flying to other countries also, they start following Sanskrit. That is what making me wonder. And I have a lot of online students from abroad. Our own Indian students are there for Sanskrit, where our people should not leave this Sanskrit language, because that is not only Janani, but you will feel that is the Janani by studying that. And you will get a lot of knowledge, because Jnanam Sarvapatinam, when I told, and this Jnanam is nothing but Upanishad and Veda which teaches, that is what knowledge. And when Devi Prasadji told that other people are feeling that they are great, and the Sanskrit scholars and Vedic scholars are considered as Ajnani, and I thought that those people are Ajnani who do not know the Sanskrit and Vedic knowledge properly. But Vedic knowledge, the people having Vedic knowledge are looking like that. But indeed, nowadays, great traders in the NSE are also our people. Our Sanskrit knowing people are doing a lot of work in several fields, not only Vaidika field, Laukika field also. After this, they started typing in English also nowadays. And these are because not only by interest makes everything. Laukika Vidya, though they are having Laukika Vidya, they are ignorant in several other areas. And only English people, English knowing people, or the subject oriented people cannot learn Veda easily. But Vedic people can learn English or other science subjects so easily. That is the facility we are having in Vedic studies. So they will come up definitely if some more Lakshmi Narayan comes, and some more Lakshmi Narayan like people come out to reach them and tell the truth to them, and they are not at all ignorant, but only language skill is to be followed. All the other remaining things are knowledge, as a knowledge they are having. They will apply that everywhere. This is what my understanding. So that is what Jnanam, that is what Jnanam Sarvapatinam. And Taddetuhu Hayananaha Sachet Bhakta Paratinaha Tambina Tam Namamya. So by this, and I also, my best wishes for all the students of this institution and the teachers and students, they are by the way learners and also teachers, that Bhuvaneshwari and others, Srinivasan, whom all the speakers mentioned. I bless them. My whole wishes for them. Wholeheartedly, I wish them all to support Lakshmi Narayan, and I will be blessed if I am also included in that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I have heard a lot about Devi Prasad ji, but have met today only.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
you spoke about the blessings of Lord Hayagriva. In fact, when I used to be a student in Ahobilam at Oriental Higher Secondary School, our prayer will have the shloka of Hayagriva. Jnananandamayam devam nirbala spatikakritim adharam sarva vidyanam Hayagrivam. You have taken me to my good old school days to recall the great mantra for Lord Hayagriva. Unfortunately, our great correspondent, Shri N.V. Vasudeva Acharya, he passed away very recently. It's a huge loss in the Sanskrit community.
I gave him center for him. For examination center, I allotted being there. I was very happy for that.
I know. He used to talk very highly about you, and you have done human service as a director of MSR VVP Ujjain. As you rightly said, Samskritam, in one angle is structured and you can see easy. At the same time, it is so deep and vast. Let us say, take two students. Person takes up IIT or medicine. This person is able to earn in hundreds of crores. Whereas today, the opportunities for Samskritam, although the same individual puts in huge efforts, similar to an IIT student, still, in terms of remuneration, Sanskrit teachers and experts are not, given the same amount of remuneration. Very, very low. I mean, that has to change. Today, only then Sanskritam also will grow. I know request our teacher, Bhuvaneshwari's teacher, my teacher as well, Shri Guru Prasad, to share a few words, and then we go for the certificate distribution. I promise that we will complete in 5 minutes time.
Namaste to all. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. अत्र लक्ष्मीनारायण महोदयेन नाम पूर्वं यदा मया कार्यं स्वीकृतम् आसीत् तदानीं चिन्तितं नाम एतत् सर्वं मया शक्यते वा, एते सर्वे लिस्ट् बहु वदन्ति, अतः एतत् सर्वं किं कम्प्यूटर् वत् भवति, अतः मया न कर्तुं शक्यते इति आदौ चिन्तितं। परन्तु क्रमशः यदा कार्यादिकं सम्पन्नम् आसीत् तदानीं निश्चितम् अस्तु, यत्किमपि मयापि कर्तुं शक्यते। नाम एतस्मिन् ज्ञानयज्ञे मयापि किञ्चित् नाम हविर्रूपं किञ्चित् दत्तं, नाम साहाय्यं कृतम् इति। अतः यद् ये माम् एतादृशकार्यं कर्तुं प्रोत्साहितवन्तः, माम् अत्र नाम मद् योगदानम् अत्र आसीत्, तदर्थं तान् लक्ष्मीनारायणमहोदयम् अहमत्र नाम धन्यवादान् वितीर्य विरमामि विस्तरात्। धन्यवादाः।
Namaste. Thanks for the sweet words from Professor Guru Prasad. I now request Shri Tyagarajan to hand over the certificate to Brahmashri Raghava Garbadhil. His official name is Shri Krishnan. So, so this is a certificate for secondary. Photo. Thank you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhata Rati Ratir Dhata Dhata Ratis Savita Savita Ratir Dhata Dhata Ratis Savita Ratis Savita Savita Rati Ratis Savitedam Idagum Savita Rati Ratis Savitedam Savitedam Idagum Savita Savitedam Jushanta Jushanta Idagum Savita Savitedam Jushanta Idam Jushantam Jushantam Idam Jushantam Prajapatis Prajapatir Jushantam Idam Jushantam Prajapatihi Jushantam Prajapatis Prajapatir Jushantam Jushantam Prajapatir Nidhipatir Nidhipatis Prajapatir Jushantam Jushantam Prajapatir Nidhipatihi Prajapatir Nidhipatir Nidhipatis Prajapatis Prajapatir Nidhipatir No Nidhipatis Prajapatis Prajapatir Nidhipatir Naha Prajapatiriti Prajapatihi Nidhipatir no Nidhipatir no Agnir no Nidhipatir no Agnihi Nidhipatiriti Nidhipatihi no Agnir no Agnihi Agnirityagnihi Tvashta Vishnu Tvashta Vishnu Prajaya Vishnu Tvashta Vishnu Prajaya Vishnu Prajaya Vishnu Prajaya Sagamra Rana Prajaya Vishnu Prajaya Sagamra Rana Prajaya Sagamra Rana Prajaya Sagamra Rano Yedamana Sagamra Rana Prajaya Sagamra Rano Yedamana Prajayeti Prajaya Sagamra Rano Yedamana Sagamra Rano Yedamana Travinam Yedamana Sagamra Rano Yedamana Travinam Sagamra Rana iti Sam Raranaha Yedamana Travinam Yedamana Travinam Dadhatu Travinam Yedamana Travinam Dadhatu Dravinam Dadhatu Dravinam Dadhatu Dadhatpiti Dadhatu Ridhyasmahavyair Namasopasatya Mitram Devam Mitradheyannostu Anuradhan Havisha Vardhayantaha Satanjivema Sharadas Saviraha. ரொம்ப லட்சுமிநாதன் சாருக்கு ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ். நம்மலாம் செலக்ஷனை கணாந்தம் வேதாத்தியனம் பண்ணியிருந்தா கூட இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு லௌகிக வித்யா ஒரு சர்டிபிகேட் இந்த மாதிரிலாம் தேவையான ஒரு ஆசை இருந்தது. திடீர்னு அவர் லட்சுமிநாதன் சார் ஒரு நாளைக்கு வாட்ஸ்அப்ல இந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கா, இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்டிருந்தார். உடனே ஏதோ ரொம்ப தாகத்துல இருந்தவாளுக்கு கங்கா ஜலம் கிடைச்ச மாதிரி அவசியம் சார் உடனே பண்ணிடுறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எத்தனையோ காரியக்கிரமங்கள்லாம் இருந்தா கூட இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் கண்டிப்பா பண்றேன், ரொம்ப நாள் ஆசை. அதுக்கு மார்க்கம் தெரியல, எல்லாரும் என்னை வயசுன்னு லட்சம் தர ஜெபம் பண்றாலே தவிர மார்க்கம் காட்டி கொடுக்குறவா யாரும் இல்லை. அவர் தான் சார் அவருடைய பரிசிரமத்தினால இந்த மார்க்கத்தையும் காட்டி கொடுத்து அதெல்லாம் என்ட்ரி எனக்கு ஆன்லைன்லாம் பண்ண தெரியாது, அதெல்லாம் லிங்க் எல்லாம் போய் நீங்க ஆதாரம் மட்டும் கொடுங்க மிச்சம்லாம் நான் பண்றேன்னு சொல்லி எல்லாம் நமக்கு பண்ணி கொடுத்து அதெல்லாம் அவருடைய உபகாரம் ரொம்ப பெருசு. எத்தனையோ சர்டிபிகேட் இருந்தாலும் அவர் பெரியவர் சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி 10th இருக்கான்னு கேட்டுட்டே இருப்பா திருப்பி கடைசி வரைக்கும். அதனால அந்த 10th நமக்கு பண்ணி கொடுத்ததுங்கிறது பெரிய ஒரு பங்களாக்கு சாவி கொடுத்தாப்புல இருக்கு. அதனால அவருடைய இந்த உபகாரம் மகது உபகாரம் என்னைக்கும் நான் என் லைஃப்ல அவரை நினைச்சுப்பேன். இன்னும் பல வைதிகா வித்வான்கள் கணபாடிகள்லாம் கூட அவர் மூலியமா பாஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கா. இன்னமும் வருங்காலத்துல லட்ச ஜனங்கள் இவரால பயனடையணும். இவரும் நிறைய ஆரோக்கியமா இருந்து இதே மாதிரி எனர்ஜியா நிறைய சத்காரியங்களை செஞ்சுட்டே இருக்கணும். எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். சத்குருநாத மகாராஜ் கி ஜெய்.
தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்யூ ஸ்ரீ ராகவ கணபாடிகள். இப்ப ரிக்வேத வித்வான்கள்லாம் வந்திருக்கா, அவளும் இப்ப NIVS மூலமா 10th முடிச்சிருக்கா. ரிக்வேத ஒரே ஒரு வாக்கியம் ஒரே ஒரு கணம் சொன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும். வாங்க முடியும், அதே பிக்கப் பண்ணுமா?
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्विजम् होतारं रत्नधातमम् उच्चादिवि दिव्यो उच्चोच्चादिवि दक्षिणावन्तो दक्षिणावन्तो दिव्यो उच्चोच्चादिवि दक्षिणावन्तः दिवि दक्षिणावन्तो दक्षिणावन्तो दिवि दिवि दक्षिणावन्तो अस्तुरस्तुर्दक्षिणावन्तो दिवि दिवि दक्षिणावन्तो अस्तु दक्षिणावन्तो अस्तुरस्तुर्दक्षिणावन्तो दक्षिणावन्तो अस्तुर्ये ये स्तुर्दक्षिणावन्तो दक्षिणावन्तो अस्तुर्ये दक्षिणावन्त इति दक्षिणावन्तः अस्तुर्ये ये स्तुरस्तुर्ये अश्वदा अश्वदा ये स्तुरस्तुर्ये अश्वदाः ये अश्वदा अश्वदा ये अश्वदा सह सह अश्वदा ये अश्वदा सह अश्वदा सह सह अश्वदा अश्वदा सह ते सह अश्वदा सह ते अश्वदा इत्यश्वदाः सह ते सह ते सूर्येण ते सह ते सूर्येण ते सूर्येण ते सूर्येण सूर्येणेति सूर्येण हिरण्यदा अमृतत्वं हिरण्यदा अमृतत्वं भजन्ते अमृतत्वं हिरण्यदा अमृतत्वं भजन्ते हिरण्यदा इति हिरण्यदाः अमृतत्वं भजन्ते अमृतत्वं भजन्ते वासोदा भजन्ते अमृतत्वं भजन्ते वासोदाः अमृतत्वमित्यामृतत्वं भजन्ते वासोदा भजन्ते वासोदा सोम वासोदा भजन्ते वासोदा सोम वासोदा सोम वासोदा सोम प्रप्रसोम वासोदा सोम प्र वासोदा इति वासः दाः सोम प्रप्रसोम सोम प्रतीरन्ते तिरन्ते प्रसोम सोम प्रतीरन्ते तिरन्ते प्रप्रतीरन्त आयुरायुस्तिरन्ते प्रप्रतीरन्त आयुः तिरन्त आयुरायुस्तिरन्ते तिरन्त आयुः आयुरित्यायुः
Thank you very much. நல்ல யஜுர்வேதத்திலேருந்து ஒரு கனமும் ரிக்வேதத்திலேருந்து ஒரு கனமும் நாம் எல்லாம் சிரவணம் பண்ணோம். அந்த ரிக்வேதத்துடைய முதல் வாக்கியமான அக்னிமீளே புரோஹிதம் யஜ்ஞஸ்ய தேவவித்விஜம் ஹோதாரம் ரத்னதாதமம். அக்னி மீளேங்கிறது அக்னி உபாசிக்கிறேன், அவ்வளவுதான், சென்டென்ஸ் முடிஞ்சது. ஒரு நவுன் ஒரு வர்பு. மற்றது எல்லாமே அந்த அக்னியுடைய அட்ஜெக்டிவ்ஸ். புரோஹிதம், புரோஹிதராய் இருக்கக்கூடிய அக்னி. யஜ்ஞஸ்ய தேவம், he is the deva for the yajna. ரித்விஜம், ஹோதாரம், ரத்னதாதமம், இது எல்லாமே அட்ஜெக்டிவ்ஸ், எல்லாம் த்விதியா விபக்தியில இருக்கு. அதனால Sanskrit is such a wonderful language. Substantially, the shlokas they are contained either in Dvitiya Vibhakti or Chaturthi Vibhakti. Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya Vedase, Raghunathaya Nathaya, Sita Jaspate. All the words are in Chaturthi Vibhakti. Typically, stotras are in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So today we had a wonderful confluence of Samskritam and the Vedas. I think it's a very rare event where so many speakers spoke profusely in Samskritam. We have not heard such programs. Possibly I have not seen such programs. One of the wonderful programs. So we want to honor today's guests with a small shawl. So we also want to honor Mr. Sivaraman Advocate, who has been kind enough to make this premises available for Maha Periyava. So he has sold his
this particular property to make it available for Maha Periyava. So our thanks to him. So I request Mr. Swaminathan to give to present a shawl to our speaker, Sri Tyagarajan. Shawl. Thank you, sir. I request him to. I request Mr. Sivaraman to present the shawl to Dr. Devi Prasad Sharma. So I request Sri Tyagarajan to present the shawl to our teacher, Sri Guru Prasad. Sure. Gift, sir. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Thank you very much. A small, as a token of our love and affection, a small gift to our speakers. Thank you very much. So whatever has a so whatever has a beginning, they say there is an end. So this program is also coming to an end. I profusely thank all of you for participating. So I'm requesting Mr. Swaminathan, coordinator for Mylai Maha Periyava Anusham Trust, to propose the formal vote of thanks, please.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Periyava Charma. A wonderful evening, well spent. It is indeed Periyava's wish that it has to happen in his Sannidhi. So we thank Shri Ganesh Sharma ji and Shri Seturaman ji of Mylai Maha Periyava Anusham Trust for giving us the place, and the event of inauguration of digital Samskritham. Indeed, in Periyava's wish has to happen here, destined, and we are all happy for that. And thanks to all the scholars, the eminent speakers who've spoken about the importance of Sanskrit and the kind of service that Tapas Trust is trying to bring in, right? So we really thank Shri C.V. Sharma ji, Maha Mahopadhyaya, Dr. V. Gopalakrishna Sastrigal, Dr. R. Tyagarajan, Dr. P. Ravi, Dr. N.V. Devi Prasad Sharma, Shri R. Guru Prasad, Acharya V.S. Vijayaraghavanji, right, for the nice words that they've spoken, and the kind of highlight that they've given on the importance of Sanskrit and the need for all of us to embrace that language. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swaminathan sir. So we started our program with our obeisance to Maha Periyava. We will end the program with him, with his obeisance to him. Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Shri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham. Namo Namaha. Dhanyavadaha. Thank you.